and scaffolding, so the inside and the outside is less nice. Palace is good. Hello everybody, we've just been inside the Belvedere Palace. It's got scaffolding on it, but it kind of looks like this underneath, I suppose. Anyway, the art in there is really good. I just filmed some clips, so maybe you've seen it, maybe I'll put it after this clip. Anyway, just walking through the gardens. That was Upper Belvedere, and this is Lower Belvedere. It's really lovely. Yeah, just like a palace. So yeah, very familiar in a way to London. But very bright. I'm glad I brought my hat. But even this, I'm still squinting loads. But yeah, next we're off to lunch. I think we've taken some pictures here, then we're off to lunch at 1 PM. We had to book because it's a really popular place. So yeah, oh, it's just turned 12, you can hear. So we've got about an hour left. But yeah, lovely, lovely day and good weather, which is always a must when you're on holiday. It's got automated lawnmower. I don't know why, that's fascinating to me. Anyway, lovely view.
Tonight, 6 p.m., we will start playing Faust by Gounod as the Imperial Opera House of Vienna. So, commissioned by the Emperor of that time, Francis Joseph I. But unfortunately, during World War II, this house has been touched by bombing, so it's not entirely original anymore. On 12th March 1945, that's the release in the 50s. Also the auditorium here. But they tried to follow the old plans. That means the shape is the same, the structure is the same, usually like one with the boxes. But the interior design is now much more simple compared with before World War II. Nevertheless, if you turn around, we will also go there and we will give you this. Open actually see our products just opera and ballet, but a lot. You can see actually around you what they performed about 150 years ago. 14 composers busts with their names, and not so special from the view from the interior, but the view is really great, huh? And very good acoustics. So now I'd like to explain a few things about the stage. Downstairs you saw the ceiling quite well, and you remember there were iron bars one after the other, so the fly bars. 100 fly bars exist at the grid, that means the ceiling of the stage, in every position, like a huge laundry rail, you can imagine. And there you can hang backdrops, back glass, part of the stage lighting system, curtains, all kinds of things. And then you can lower and lift those fly bars, and you can change the backgrounds and so during a play. The floor now, the black floor, is actually a huge elevator. But if you
We just arrived to the palace to find it all blocked off for the summer night concert. I love German, it's so similar to English. Anyway, yeah, so we can't actually go and see the flowers, which is annoying. And the show isn't until the 7th, so we won't be here. But maybe one year I will, because it actually looks really good, like really cool, like really good location. So yeah. It's test time. I think they're just gonna like goldfish, but less cheesy. But they're original to Austria apparently. Even though I think these are pretty similar to American ones. They're really good. Tastes like sesame and salt, unsurprisingly. I think that'd be really good with like a cheese dip. I think I'll finish those very quickly. Yay! Hello everybody, so it is the last day in Vienna. I'm currently sat by this monument that I don't know the name of, and then down the hill is the palace again. So this is where they had like meals and stuff, and I was just thinking, how on earth did they come up here for meals? Like, did they get a horse and carriage up here every time, or did they just have a really big walk before dinner and after dinner? Because I mean, that's probably a good exercise regime, I suppose, but anyway, I think it might be too steep for horses. It's like a really steep hill. Anyway, last day in Vienna. Cece's gone to watch some music. I am far too tired for that, and I thought I wouldn't enjoy it because I'm too tired, so I'm just sitting here instead, just like soaking in the sun, and then I'm gonna go back and go to sleep really early because I don't think today was a really long day. We went to the museum to start with, the Belvedere Palace. That was really good. I really enjoyed that. Then we walked to lunch, which we had our booking for. Then we walked to the Vienna State Opera House. That was also really nice. I really enjoyed the tour around there. It was really cool to see like behind the scenes, because they were like doing the tech rehearsal or like testing the tech things for the evening. So that was really cool. And then we came here, which is about a 20-minute tube ride from like the main bit of town, and walked around, just sat down. Like, it's quite a chill evening, but I'm just really tired. I think it's after 4 days being away. I need a rest, so I'm gonna go to bed early tonight. Gonna eat some of the things that I bought yesterday in the supermarket, and then just go to bed, I think. Maybe watch some TV. The reality TV show that I've been watching has had the final out today, so probably watch that. Anyway, yeah, probably see you tomorrow. bright and early, well, really bright and early. This is another reason why I want to go to bed, is because the train is at 8 a.m. tomorrow, so I really have to wake up. So yeah, 8 a.m. wake up, see you then. Pray that I can fall asleep early, please. Oh, but tomorrow we're going to Budapest. I didn't say that. We're getting the train again, so that week should be fun. And I think it's less time this time. The Prague to Vienna was 4 hours. I think this is less. So yeah. Anyway, see you tomorrow. I've just been on the phone with Monica for a few hours. So the sun is literally going down, but look how beautiful it looks. I'm like about to get on the tube, but I just needed to show you how beautiful the sun is right now. Oh. Feeling very Viennese and very normal right now because I'm just on the tube by myself and it's really quiet. It doesn't feel touristy, even though I am nearby still, the touristy part. But yeah, life in Vienna, everyone. Pretty chill, I think. I'm on the green line, district line, if you will. How useful it would be in my best tube navigating skills to get around here. Basically the same, so I'm doing okay. I have made it back to the infamous Cackaladen. And I don't know, I love taking the tube by myself. Like, I really do love a good tube. Also, when I was there, I was just thinking about how much I love like industrial design and like the design of like seats and the design of like public transport. So slay, so interesting. But I don't want to talk too much because I already look insane. Okay, I just really wanted to share my thoughts on what makes a good city and like things that I really enjoy about certain cities. One of them is like a good transport system. I feel like that's so like obvious. I feel like I take London for granted because like traveling elsewhere, like Prague had a tram. I didn't really use it because like Prague is very walkable, so basically just walked everywhere. And then with Vienna, the tube is really good and we're like right outside the tube station, which is nice. I'm not sure how it would be like if you weren't staying near a tube station because there definitely isn't as many tube stations as London. God, how many times can I say that without getting confused? But like mostly like it's been really easy to get everywhere. They also have trams and also have buses, which I think is pretty cool. Like I do wish London had trams. They do in like Croydon or something, but like I wish they had them elsewhere. But actually maybe I kind of don't because I have noticed, like one thing I noticed in Switzerland was the tram wires were really like ugly, I can't lie. Like I think there's like a little bit of characteristic to them, like it's like, oh, like, you know, connected city, whatever, but also like they just kind of like when I go to London I don't see any telephone wires, I don't see like any like street wires, I don't see any tram wires. It's like, okay, this is nice. Like it just like makes everything feel a lot like less busy, which I think is really interesting about London. That's something that I didn't notice until I went to Switzerland, came back and then went home, because like Switzerland has like all the wires everywhere. My hometown has like telephone wires and everything. London doesn't have any of that. And it's all on the floor. And I was like, that makes sense because you wouldn't be able to get the telephone wires high enough for the big buildings. But like, it's just really interesting that like London has that and the rest of the UK doesn't necessarily. Like I don't actually know if like Manchester or Birmingham have like telephone wires and stuff as well. Probably not. I don't think it's like suitable for a city. But anyway, it's just interesting to think how many wires are just like under the road. But that's kind of gone on a side tangent. Basically, you need to have a good tube system. That's like number one, super important. And I also just really love the tube. Like it's just nice. Number two, second thing that I really like, drinkable tap water is so important for me. I brought this water bottle with me. And this one they gave us free on the train, which I really liked. That's another great thing about like Europe is like the trains are so good, they're so cheap. London and the UK really needs to get better with like train pricing because it's too expensive, honestly. But yeah, anyway. So I brought my water bottle with me. This is a perfect size to fit in my bag, and just being able to like find a water fountain and fill it up is just the best. Like Switzerland was great for this. They're like little water fountains, really cute. Like, yeah, they're just great. And like here in Vienna, like they also have like water fountains, and they have a map. So I just looked at like water fountains in Vienna, and they have a little map. The only thing is it's not very interactive. Like you can't put your GPS on it, so you have to search for it in Google Maps, which is the only thing that I don't like about it. But maybe they'll update that in the future. But I really like that. Like, I really like the London water bottle fillers, but I don't think they're not frequent enough, and they don't look clean, which is the only thing I don't like about them, is that I don't feel like they're clean. So yeah, I think if I was a tourist, I'd definitely use them. But like normally I'm just going home, so it's not like a need. But yeah, like that's two very important things for me: good public transport and water. Very like easy things. Oh, another thing that I spoke about the other day was when I was in the parliament, someone said like a law they wanted to make was free toilets, because in Vienna, like in the train station, they're not free, and like even the McDonald's you had to pay, which was really weird. Like I understand that those places do get like trashed easily because there's a lot of people going in them, like you don't really know what's going to be happening in there. But like I just think it's a shame, like for especially public places, like they need to have a bathroom. Like it's not really like you shouldn't have to pay, I don't think. Like I think that's like the worst thing ever. London, I think I don't know if London has paid toilets, but London doesn't have enough public toilets. Like there's a lot of public toilets like dotted around, but none of them are open, which I don't like. Like in Hyde Park, for example, there's like public toilets, but they're not open, and then like you can't find toilets anywhere, and you have to go into a hotel. The one I always go in, I actually don't know what it's called, a Hilton. I always go into the Hilton because like sometimes they're nice enough to give you the code, but it's always so hard to go to the toilet from Hyde Park. But Hyde Park is so big, so like it's so annoying. That's my like one huge problem with like London. I feel like as a tourist it's like not great for like facilities like that. Anyway, so free toilets are really important. Switzerland didn't have many free toilets either, and I just feel like it's just like it just winds me up, because I'm like, why do I have to pay for this? Oh, that leads me to another good one. Free museums are so important. Like I think that I love London for that. Coming to Vienna has made me realise how fortunate we are in London, because all of the like exhibitions we're going to are like more than 15 euros, and that's with like a student ticket. And I just feel like I'm glad that London has budget somewhere, I don't know where it is, to like keep these museums up and keep them going, because like they're really historic. Obviously there's a lot of stolen things in those museums, but they're a great place for knowledge. I feel like going around galleries, I just feel like that is the purpose of humans, is to get knowledge and learn. Like that's something that like I feel like is the purpose of life, is just knowledge. I don't really know though, because I'm like once you've got the knowledge, then what's the point? But who knows? But I think that's definitely like something really important in life, is just knowledge and taking it in and learning and being critical. Like today I really loved going to the gallery and just looking. Like there was some really gorgeous sections, and I really liked it because it was like so many paintings like celebrating women, and I was kind of looking at it through a different lens this time. Sometimes I don't really notice, but like this time it was really prominent, because like some of the artists are women, some of them are men. Like they were talking about like they weren't specifically talking about the gazes, but I feel like the curator was thinking about the gazes as they were like curating it, and I just really liked it, and it just made me really like happy, because I was like, history and art has been obsessed with women, and isn't that cool? So yeah, anyway, I just really like that today. But free museums is so important, and I think that it's important because it makes it accessible for people who might not be able to afford it. Like it just needs to happen. And another great thing about museums that I've seen in Vienna is the like engagement of children. So obviously I'm pretty sure we have this in London, I just haven't necessarily noticed. Like I know we have like a children's V&A, which I think is pretty cool, but today in the Belvedere Palace there was like a tour guide giving a talk to the children. She was on their level, she was talking with them, like it was just so good. Like it was perfect. They were all sat down really casually in front of the art. Like it was amazing, because I feel like art, especially for kids, must feel quite like intimidating. Well, maybe they don't. Maybe they actually don't care. But it's a nice way to teach them about it. And also in the Viennese Opera House, they had like a children's section where they did an opera for children, and like it's an open space. Like the children are free to run around, they're free to sit down when they want to, like they can make noise, they can do as much as they want. I think that's really really nice the way they like incorporate children into things in Vienna. Like I've really enjoyed seeing that. And also in the parliament, which I have the thing here for, I don't know if there's a picture, but basically they had like most of the parliament I feel like was for children. There was like especially one section, it was like lots of infographics, a little bit older children, I think maybe like 7, 8, 9, that kind of age, but like it was teaching children properly about democracy and what it means to have a vote and what it means to like have your voice heard, but in a way that really works for them. Like it wasn't like really technical, it was just like, have your voice heard, design a city, like what do you think's important, what do you think's right about, like do you think you should talk about the environment, do you think you should vote, like these kind of things. And it was just so well done. I was like, I don't know if London has that, but I feel like we need to. Like it was just such an interesting way, and I wonder what the voting like polls are like in terms of like, do more young people vote in Vienna, like what's like the voting turnout compared to London, where maybe something like that doesn't happen. And I think it's just really interesting, like going to the parliament. Like also that was free, which I liked because everything else was paid. But yeah, that was really cool. So yeah, basically that's like my things that make a good city, and a good city as a tourist as well. Like obviously good city to live in is something completely different, but yeah, it's been a really cool experience. We're off to Budapest next, so let's see what Budapest brings to this conversation.